Apologize, it is very lengthy, so I will try and go as quickly as possible so I don't bore you. But all this information can be found on the website, so if you need to refer back to it, all these slides are on the website. So I'll go ahead, the very first slide here, maybe. Okay, what is College Credit Plus? It is the dual credit program that allows students in Ohio to take college classes while they are still in high school. So you can get college classes credit and high school credit at the same time. Okay, so it is available for students in grades 7 through 12, as long as you are an Ohio resident attending a Ohio secondary school. With College Credit Plus, it is open to any Ohio public college. So you can choose North Central, you can choose North Central and AU. There is no limit to the amount of colleges you apply to or attend. So it is open to any participating private college as well. You do have to become eligible for CCP, which means you do have to complete an assessment exam. So you're looking at AccuPlacer that you may be familiar with, ACT. I know there's a Place U and MapleSoft as well, and Alex. The state is finalizing their eligibility for GPA, so look for that soon. That'll allow students, they're thinking of a 3.0 GPA range or higher to be able to be eligible for College Credit Plus without taking testing. So when the state releases that, I'll give Mrs. Garvick that information so she can pass that along to you. I believe it just got finalized yesterday, so when we get that information out, we'll let you know. So if you become eligible based on your GPA and you don't do any testing at all, you may be limited to the amount of courses you can take depending on college requirements. So there is the eligibility piece for CCP, and then each school might have additional testing requirements depending on the class you want to take. So English may have additional testing requirements, and math. Those are kind of the most common. So just work with your college. If you don't do any testing, work with them to make sure you are still eligible for the class you want to take. Okay. So going further, when you take College Credit Plus classes, these classes do count towards your high school GPA as well. So whatever grade you get on your college class, this will also go on your high school transcript, so that's very important to remember. So as you do College Credit Plus, just keep that in mind. If you fail a North Central class or an AU class, that will reflect back on your high school transcript. These courses are available to you summer, fall, and spring semesters, and you are eligible to take classes at your school, online, or at the college campus that you are attending. And sometime I might find that sweet spot over there. Okay, so how can students participate in College Credit Plus? Well, the first is that you have to determine eligibility. So again, that's taking that placement test. If the state comes out with a GPA eligibility requirement, it's going to be either the test or the GPA. With North Central, you can take the AccuPlacer on our campus, and you can take it up to 3 times a calendar year. The first attempt is free, and then each additional test is $25 if you'd like to retest. So if you're looking at using testing, or if you need to test for classes, that is kind of what North Central does for testing. The second step is you have to apply to the college that you are attending. So once you apply, you must complete what is called a permission slip. This needs to be signed by the student and the parent. You will not be able to participate in College Credit Plus until that permission slip is signed. So very important step. Contact your college that you want to attend to learn about their deadlines. I'm sure we'll talk tonight about our deadlines and their requirements. And then the state added a questionnaire, which is part of the enrollment process as well. This questionnaire will inform you that because you are a College Credit Plus student, you are taking college level courses. So with this, there may be mature content in your classes depending where you take them and who the instructor is. So this is letting you know, it's your warning that you may be exposed to mature content. And we feel, if you're participating in college credit, you are a college student. So that questionnaire is informing you of that. And when you sign that questionnaire, you are agreeing that you understand. Again, this questionnaire is part of the requirements for application. At North Central, we include the questionnaire in your application process. So as you go to apply, you'll get both the permission slip and the questionnaire in there. And you will not be able to be a student or attend classes until those are completed. Your third step is going to be course registration. So after you've applied, you've got us the necessary documents, then we can sit down with you and talk about registration. So if you're taking the classes through your school, you'll work with your counselor on getting registered. If you want to take those classes on campus or online, if specifically for North Central, you'll go ahead and reach out to me and I'll help you get started. CCP courses can count towards high school graduation requirements. So if you are wanting to take a college level English that counts for your high school level English, you can definitely do so. Just work with your counselor to make sure you're meeting all of your graduation requirements. They will be your key contact for that information. Course eligibility rules. The state of Ohio requires CCP students who are new, they must take what we call level 1 courses for the first 15 credit hours. So if we're looking at 15 credit hours, that's probably about 5 classes. And what these courses are is they are more of our transferable courses. So English, math, sociology, any course that goes towards a certificate. Once you complete those courses, the 15 credit hours, then you can go into different classes that the college may offer. There is a list of level 1 courses. It's required to be on every college website. So if you have a question if a course is a level 1, either reach out or just visit the website for that school and they'll have that information listed. Classes that you are not allowed to take as a CCP student are any classes that offer one-on-one instruction, any classes that have high fees. So for example, North Central, we have some STNA classes that are pretty high in fees, and then religious courses and physical education courses. So grades I went over, the grade that you get on your college class will appear on your high school transcript. And again, work with your counselor for any graduation requirements you are looking to meet. So the biggest question we get is how many classes can I take as a CCP student? The state gives you a total of 30 credit hours or 30 hours per year. And this will include your North Central classes, your AU classes, whatever college you attend, as well as your high school classes. The calculations look a little bit funky, so if you ever have questions, just reach out to your counselor, myself, or your college representative. We'll help you figure out the math. But you are only allowed 30 per year, so summer to spring is how the semesters go for your year. The maximum number of credits you can take for the whole CCP program is 120. If you decide to enroll in 30 more credits or you accidentally get enrolled in 30 more credits, you have the choice to either drop by our deadline, which is usually 14 days after the start of the term, or if you really want to take that course, you can pay. You'll have to pay out of pocket the full cost of the course. So that would be tuition, fees, and books. So you can go over the 30, just know that you're either going to have to drop it or pay for it out of pocket. And your counselor will help you with that. North Central, we send notices out when you're at the 30, so we'll help get you there. So differences between high school and college, I just like to point this out to students. In high school, your tests are given usually weekly or at the end of the chapter, so it's shorter information per test. In college, not so much. They will usually cover a larger content area and then test you over that. So you may only have a couple of tests per semester in college versus multiple during high school. And that can really affect your grade if you're looking at, a minimum amount or a lower amount of quizzes. If you don't do good on one of those, it's going to really significantly impact your grade. Study time in high school, usually you take 1 to 3 hours a day. College can go anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a day for studying for one class. And then knowledge, high school you get most of your information in class. College is a lot of doing your own research, taking a lot of time outside of your class time to get the information that you need. So role of the parents is a big difference from high school to college. So in high school, parents are really active, meeting with the counselors, talking with the counselors. In college, it's a little bit different. So there's the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA. I'm sure most of you have heard about that. FERPA will protect you as a College Credit Plus student because you are in college. So if you're a student taking college classes, FERPA now protects you. So for parents, that means that if you give us a phone call and you want your student's grade, unless they've signed a FERPA form, we can't provide that information to you. So we do have a FERPA release form that you can fill out. I see a lot of parents smiling. We do have a FERPA release your student can fill out if they want you to have access to that information. But just know if you call us, it's not that we're trying to be rude and withhold that information. They are protected by FERPA and we have to follow that policy. Accommodations, if you receive accommodations on an IEP or 504 plan in high school, when you take college classes, we don't get that information. Your high schools don't send that over to us right away. It's not automatic. So if you do require accommodations, please reach out to us at the college so we can set up your accommodations and get that necessary paperwork. But just know that just because you signed up to take classes, your high school isn't going to send that information to us. So there are benefits. You get to take high school and college classes at the same time. So this can shorten your college career because you might already complete most of your degree, half of your degree. And then it's going to save you a ton of money on tuition, books, and costs. So you're looking at a free program. You can get 120 credits. That's amazing. So definitely a huge benefit for students. So there are consequences for College Credit Plus. I don't like to get negative, but we do have to talk about it. So if you do not pass a class, or if you withdraw after a 14-day withdrawal period, and again, that's 14 days from the start of the term, you may be required to reimburse your school district for that course. So if you fail a course or if you withdraw, you will be financially responsible, and I'm sure that's what your info sheets that you received from Ms. Garbrick, I'm sure that has all that information on there. Also, if you're looking at these courses, withdrawing or failing a college course, may affect your financial aid eligibility in the future. So financial aid will go back and look at any college class you've taken, whether you were in high school or not. So if you're applying for FAFSA and you failed a bunch of classes during College Credit Plus, that can negatively impact your FAFSA eligibility. So we do have what's called College Credit Plus probation. This happens when a student drops below a 2.0 GPA. We will place them on a College Credit Plus probation, which means that students can only take one class that following semester. And they have that one class to try and improve their GPA back up above the 2.0 range. So if you get put on CCP probation, you get one class that next semester. If that one class that you've taken that next semester, if you don't do well in it and you don't get your GPA back up, you will be placed on what's called CCP dismissal. This is where you are dismissed from the College Credit Plus program and you are not eligible to take classes. You can submit an appeal if you'd like to, and then that goes through an appeal process, and each district has kind of their own policy on that appeal. So again, I don't want to talk about the negatives. I like to be positive, but we do have to cover that. So just know it can happen and it has happened, but I'm staying optimistic for all of you that it won't happen. Expenses for College Credit Plus. So if you attend a public college or university, there's no cost. So tuition, fees, books, that's all free. If you go to a private college, it depends on the college. Tuition, books, and fees will still be free. Some private colleges will tack on a small credit hour fee, and again, that is completely up to that private college. So you just want to reach out to them and see if they do have that fee. If you do, just a reminder, exceed that 30 credit hour allotment, then you may be required to pay for your class. And parking and transportation is not included in your costs for College Credit Plus. So if you choose to take a class on campus, your travel will not be reimbursed. That is an expense for you and your family. We can get it. Okay. April 1st, Mrs. Garberg already talked to you about the intent to participate form. Please, please, please get that in by April 1st. Past that deadline, it becomes really tricky. So April 1st, that is a state deadline. That is not your school deadline or a college deadline. When you apply for College Credit Plus, you get options A and B. So I'm going to go to the next slide. Option A is a self-pay option. So as a College Credit Plus student, you can elect to self-pay for your college classes if you would like to, which means if you choose option A, the state is no longer covering any fees associated with classes. So with option A, you can choose to only take the classes for college, so they will not negatively impact your high school GPA. Option B is where the state pays for your tuition, fees, and books for you. This is the default option. So as you apply for College Credit Plus, unless you told us otherwise, you are automatically in option B, where the state is paying for your education. Support services available to you. All colleges are required to provide you the same support that we provide our traditional students. So you get advising. You can go to our library, to our tutoring center on campus. All that is available to you. The college, what we really support you on is scheduling, eligibility, making sure you meet the requirements, communication with your professors, getting you transcripts, and if you have any problems with the class. Those are the support services the college can help you with. When you're looking at the high school, they help you with your schedules, participation paperwork, managing your credits, so making sure you don't go over that 30, and then looking at and managing your permanent record. Athletic eligibility, if you are an athlete, please make sure you stay in contact with your guidance counselor. Make sure you're following the Ohio High School Athletic Association requirements. That is something that you would work with your counselor on. And then another point, summer term courses cannot help you get eligible for athletic eligibility. So if you, by spring term, if you're not eligible for athletics, come summer, you can't use that term to become eligible. So just keep that in mind. By spring term, you should have your eligibility met. Another question we get asked is, will the course credits transfer? Certain general education classes like English and math, those will typically transfer to any Ohio public college. If you are looking to transfer to another college, transfer your classes over, we always recommend you reach out to the college that you are transferring to, just so they can verify and make sure that everything looks good. There is a transfercredit.ohio.gov that you can use. There's also transferology.com, where you can put in the classes you've taken at one school, and it'll tell you the equivalency, if any, at another school. So you hear the term a lot, college ready. So what does that even mean? Well, it goes beyond your becoming eligible for the program. It looks at your time management skills, your organizational skills. Are you mentally prepared for the harder classes in college? So that's what we mean by college ready. It's not necessarily your GPA or your grades. It's your overall well-being. So are you prepared? Deadlines, the state, again, that April 1st deadline for your letter of intent. Any ACT or SAT testing dates, just check with your college or your school to see what their deadlines are. Summer deadlines, because summer begins in May, those deadlines are going to be sooner than you think, and they will approach very quickly, so keep that in mind. So just to recap, to get started, you will complete your intent to participate, apply to the college by their deadline, contact the college and discuss any testing requirements needed, and then meet with your school counselor to discuss scheduling, or meet with me if you're taking North Central classes online or on campus. Okay, so this is the State of Ohio website where you can find this whole PowerPoint and awesome information, a lot of answers to your questions. If you can on your phone, I would definitely recommend taking a picture or writing that down. So I'll give you a minute if you want to take a picture of that link. Again, that is your go-to for all the state information, eligibility information. Okay, did everyone get that? Do you still need more time? Okay. So I'll go quickly over the North Central specifics. I know I've talked a lot already, so I'm going to go through this quickly, and I apologize, it is lengthy. So for North Central specifically, our application deadline, if you are looking to start summer semester, you need to apply to North Central by April 1st. If you're looking at fall, you need to apply by June 1st. And then spring is a November 1st application deadline. So make sure you get your application in. You just go to our site. It's a free application. There is no fee associated with it. You will need to create a free account. The account is very important because it tracks your status of your application, so it'll show you anything that we are missing. Once you apply to the college, you'll ask your counselor to send us over your high school transcript. Establish your eligibility, so either testing or when we look at the state GPA. Build your course plan, so either with Mrs. Garvick or myself, we'll build out a course plan for you for the semester. And if you are taking classes online or at North Central on the campus, we will enroll you in an online orientation just to get you familiar with the systems that you'll be using. So in the handouts that were provided up front, you have a tuition freedom handout. This is a scholarship that North Central State offers to our College Credit Plus and Career Tech students. So with this scholarship, if you complete 8 hours of credits through either CCP or Career Tech, and you have a minimum GPA of a 2.75, as a high school graduate, you will qualify for our Tuition Freedom Scholarship. This scholarship will award you up to 64 credit hours free tuition. 64 credit hours is the typical amount of most of our programs at North Central, so you can get awarded pretty close, if not fully, your whole entire program degree through the Tuition Freedom Scholarship. You do have to maintain that 2.75 GPA, and you need to make sure you complete your FAFSA every year. So as long as you meet the eligibility requirements for the scholarship, it'll last you clear through 64 credit hours. On this sheet, if you are a graduating senior in 2022, this sheet has all the deadlines towards the bottom when you need to apply, complete the FAFSA, and get your testing done. So if you're looking at that, make sure you follow those deadlines. They will not be extended, so make sure you get your information in by then. Again, this covers tuition, so books and fees are not covered under this. It is applied after any financial aid you may receive. So if you get money back on your FAFSA, this will cover anything remaining that is tuition. Any questions on that TFS scholarship? No? Quiet group? Okay. So why North Central? We do offer over 60 associate degrees, and we did launch our first bachelor degree of mechanical engineering. So we're really proud of having that bachelor degree program. Our certificates are stackable, which means that most of our certificates also fit right in with a degree. So as you're going down through a degree like cybersecurity, you will automatically be auto-awarded certificates because the classes in that degree meet our certificate requirements. So you may get a certificate as you go through your degree and you don't even know it. You'll just get a letter in the mail with your certificate information, and that can make you employable right away. So you can take that certificate, get a good job until you graduate. We talked about our Tuition Freedom Scholarship. We also have our Choose Ohio First Scholarship, which is available to any STEM majors, so science, technology, engineering, math, and medicine. We do offer internships and clinicals, so you get right in the field. And for information, there is our NC State CCP webpage. My contact information is there at the bottom. Many of you may have worked with Scott George. If you're more comfortable working with Scott, he's not going to turn you away. We are just divided up by schools, so if you need anything, my contact information is there if you want to grab a picture of that as well.
My name is Rachel Baker. I'm an undergraduate representative in the Office of Admissions here at Ashland University. I'm excited to be stepping into Carla Kuhn's role tonight to explore all of the options that you have at Ashland through our CCP courses. Maybe? There we go. So there are three main ways that you can take classes at Ashland University through CCP courses. So one option is on our main campus. We're nice and close, about 13 minutes down the road. You can take them online, so nice and flexible with your schedule, or at a partnering high school. A really cool thing about Ashland is you can actually get your Associates of Arts in General Studies through our CCP program. Again, maybe. There we go. Oops. Can we go back one? There we go. With Ashland, you get more than free tuition. So some of those resources that were kind of gone over a little bit earlier, we do have to provide library resources, tutoring for these classes that you're going to take, computer lab printing, but you're also going to get into some really cool Ashland things like home athletic events, clubs, organizations. We actually have over 130 different clubs and organizations that you can join as a CCP student and as a student coming in as a first year. Local discounts, and you get access to our rec center. So pretty cool kind of resources there. You'll also be able to load money onto your student ID card. So if you're on campus for a while and you want to eat at one of our award-winning dining facilities, you can certainly do that. So how to participate? So first, to apply. So for fall, that deadline is May 15th. So you can apply right on our website, apply.ashland.edu/apply there. It's that same kind of general application that actually our first year students actually fill out as well. You'll just pick, obviously, CCP courses. So from there, you have to sign those documents that you got tonight. You and your guardian must sign those permission slips to be able to participate. And then finally, you'll request your school counselor to send your official transcripts. So that way we can admit you, get you started on that CCP journey. Talking a little bit about admissions requirements for our CCP courses. So in terms of test scores, couple different avenues that you can go here. For your ACT, that requirement is an 18 composite or higher. SAT is a 960 or higher. And then that AccuPlacer, you can see those requirements there, 250 for that reading, 263 writing, or 263 math QAS. For that cumulative unweighted GPA, that's a 2.5 for all of those classes that you've completed in high school so far. And we are pretty flexible right now, so any kind of changes to these requirements are on our website, ashland.edu/CCP. Again, some important dates. If you are looking to maybe start this summer, that application deadline is March 1st, so coming up here in a couple of weeks. But if you're looking to start in the fall, that's in May. So right before the school ends, you can again apply right on our website. You can see when registration begins. That's when Carla will start to schedule those classes for you. Then classes start there at the end of August on the 29th. So again, Carla Kuhn is our CCP coordinator. Feel free to bring out those phones again, take a picture of this. All of her information is here, email, phone number. We also have a really cool website called You Can Book Me, where you can book kind of appointments with Carla, whether that's Zoom, phone call, it's whatever is up to you. So she'd be happy to help in any kind of capacity. We also have some pretty cool handouts at the back table here. So all of those admissions requirements, deadlines, all those fun things, including all of the classes that we offer, are included in here. So thanks for your ears. If you do have any questions, please let us know.
Hi guys, how are you? Oh my gosh, that was weak. I promise I'm the last person to talk. So my name is Ella and I am an admissions counselor at Ohio State ATI. We are located in Worcester, Ohio, so it's just a short drive down 30 for you guys to be able to take some college credit plus classes. So Ohio State ATI's College Credit Plus is a little bit different than the two ladies who spoke to you before me. You can actually begin your Buckeye life in Worcester by starting any one of our associate's degrees, or you can simply just go ahead and get kickstarted for any of Ohio State's 200 plus programs that we have to offer. You can get some of your general education courses done, or you can simply just go ahead and explore one of the interests that you have here at the Career Center. So for some unconditional admissions requirements, this is what we are looking for. So on our ACT, we're looking for a score of an 18 on the English, 22 on the reading, and a 22 on your math. Now, if you unfortunately do not have as great of a math score, just like myself, you can still be admitted. It's just that you might not be able to take some of the math classes that we have to offer at Ohio State ATI. In addition, you can also take our AccuPlacer test. However, it has to be the AccuPlacer at Ohio State ATI. So if you take one here, or if you take one at your home school, unfortunately, we cannot accept those scores. It has to be one from Ohio State ATI. So in order for you guys to be admitted, you will need to submit an application. So you can do that online by going to that address there. We'll also need an official transcript, the high school information form, and then again, we're looking for those ACT, SAT, or the AccuPlacer score. This is going to go over some of your different requirements for the intent to participate form. We are looking at a deadline of May 1. So if you guys want to join us in the fall, May 1st is going to be that deadline that we want you guys to hit. All right, so this page here, it might be a little bit difficult to read, but I have this lovely little handout that you guys can get at the back of the room. This actually has a listing of all of our first 15, the first 15 courses. So these are all of the courses that you're going to be allowed to take in your first year of College Credit Plus. So when we were talking about getting some of your general education classes done, you can take an English, or you can take a math or an algebra. But if you're also interested in something like metals and metal manufacturing or engineering technology fundamentals, those are classes that you can take through College Credit Plus at Ohio State ATI. We also have Introduction to Animal Sciences, Small Engine Basics, you name it. There's going to be a whole list of them. And again, in the handout that I have in the back of the room, it does have all of those courses written out, so you can see them a lot better than up on this screen here. We are having an information night at Ohio State ATI, so if you guys have some additional questions, want to meet some of the professors, or just get to know campus a little bit better, Wednesday, March 16th is when we will be hosting it. It is currently right now scheduled to be on campus at 6:00 p.m. and we are asking that you register online. I think that's it, but let's see. Oop. So again, if you have any questions, my name is Ella, and I will be in the back of the room here, and we'll also have some handouts for you. Thank you.